Hello again, this is a game called Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. You're probably familiar with that because I've done a total of 7 other videos of this game, 2 introductions to the game, then a video on the blacklist, a lot of speed points, then the cops, then the graphics, then the cars, then the gameplay difficulty. That was just last week. This week is going to be a little bit different. I'll be talking about the conclusion of the game and my final sort of thoughts, and if you should buy it, that kind of stuff. After this, we'll be moving on to other games, including Street Carbon, Borderlands 2, Minecraft, Black Ops 2, as well as Sleeping Dogs, so just stay tuned for that, many games to come. But on that note, I'm just going to move on to kind of my conclusion of this game. So I've actually beat the game, it took me about a week to beat. It's a pretty easy game, feels very much like an arcade game. There are some hard races, some easy races for every car, and the thing about cars is I can find them anywhere on the map, really. You can just drive around and randomly run across cars. And you see a car, you can jump into it and drive it around. There's a total of about 40 cars, and those cars are spread out in around 100 locations, so there are multiple versions of each car on the map that you can find. And all the cars are specific classes like exotic, muscle, and stuff like that. So exotic, like this one with Buddy Bear on. There are also more, I guess, muscle cars like the, the Mustang, as well as other cars like the trucks, and just all kinds of different cars out there. There are even tuners and more, I guess, like your normal cars, I guess, like a Subaru Impreza. I guess those are more off-road cars, but lots of different cars you can choose from. And each car has 6 races that you can do. The races give you upgrades like performance upgrades, and or that will give you like improved tires for tracks or like the streets, as well as improved tires for like off-road, stronger chassis or lightweight chassis, nitrous, things like that. But there's all kinds of stuff there. This main part of this gameplay and this whole game is the blacklist. There are 10 racers, or about 10 racers that you basically race, and once you do them all, you'll have beaten the game. The race of the guys, you have to get them speed points. Each race gives you speed points, and once you have enough racked up, you can race the number 1 guy, and in the process you can race like the number 10 guy, the number 5 guy, and the races are overall pretty easy. Once you beat the race, you gotta crash the racer. Once you crash the racer, you'll be able to get their car driving around. But this is the number 1 racer right here, Blacklist number 1 guy. He drives a Koenigsegg CCX, I think, I don't know that's the correct one. Might be the CCR, there are multiple Koenigsegs. I know it's a Koenigsegg though. But there are 2 fast cars. This is the Buddy Bear I'm driving, which is the fastest car in the world right now, in the real world at least. And it can do like excess of 230 miles an hour in this game. I believe it goes up to 260 in real life, so I have a ways to go. But you can see it's going 2, 10, 12, 20, no issues there. Speed's crazy. But honestly, his car is also very fast, so I actually have to keep up. And I don't think it matters a whole lot about your car's speed, but instead it's more important to how you race and how the AI works, if it's in your favor or not. Because at times, if you crash, they'll probably crash, but other times he won't crash. And it's all just up to that. And he just must have slowed down a little bit there, because he's just behind me, and now I'm kind of gaining on him. They're getting farther ahead of him, not really gaining on him. But this race is one of the longer races. It still doesn't take very long. One of the benefits of this game, you can jump in at any time, jump out at any time. Races are like 2 to 4 to 5 minutes long. You can do a race, then quit playing the game for like a week, come back for a week later, do another 5-minute race, go back if you want to do that, or you can play like 10 hours in one day and beat the game like I kind of did. That's because this game's very addicting, it's very fun, it's a very arcade game, it's not something you have to really have a bunch of knowledge or a bunch of like, it's not even to think about when you're playing, it's just something you're relaxed, kind of quit thinking about things, just start playing the game. There was actually a big mistake there. Wasn't sure what I did there. I thought I had to go through the roadblock, but apparently not. I had to turn to get on the interstate. I do believe I did still beat this race on my first try. That just tells you how good the AI is, it knows that I crashed, it knows I did something wrong, so he slowed down. He would have been like all the way to finish, not all the way to finish, but pretty far ahead if he would have gone full speed like he was before. But I actually just passed him right there, no big issue there, and I believe that's kind of the lead I ended up getting and beat the game. He might get ahead of me 1 or 2 more times, but I did end up beating the game. Yeah, this race. So yeah. Okay, so one thing about this game is the cops. You can see this whole race, so the cops behind me are all heat 6. There are a total of 6 heats that you can get to, and each heat kind of, the cops get more intense, more cops, kinds of cops that are faster, stronger, things like that. And in this heat, there are Corvette cops and big like SUV type roadblocks. For like big SUV, like armored SUV type roadblocks. And in my previous episode, I actually get to this heat level just normally, and I'll show you how it works. Yeah, I even got away from them. Yeah, the police, no big deal at all. You get bounty if you beat them. There's 3 points if you beat them, you get away from them. But you don't get a whole lot, honestly, and honestly, if you just get busted, it's no big deal. You can pull over. You're basically, if you do a race and the cops get after you at the end, you can just let him pull you over, you can get busted, nothing happens, you don't lose anything like you would in an older Need for Speed game. So you don't have to worry about that at all, you can just do whatever you want. You either get away from the cops, have fun with the cops, or just pull over and let them bust you. And then graphics, this game looks very good, like every single other Need for Speed game out there, which is to be expected. All the textures look good, all the cars look good, the whole map looks good. I like how the city has very distinct sort of neighborhoods. Parts of town like an industrial district, a downtown district, a coastal district, things like that. And I really like that whole aspect of the game. You can tell the different parts of town from one another, and you kind of know where you're at, you're familiar with the town, everything like that. The cars, there are mini cars throughout the game. I already talked about that. You find them throughout the map. And one thing right here, you notice I'm driving pretty slow, 111 miles an hour. That's because I ran over spike strips, and throughout each race are a different gas stations, and you can go to those gas stations, drive up to them, drive through them, and your car gets completely repaired, the paint changes colors, and your nitrous barrel will go full too. So if you ran over a spike strip in the race, it's not like game over. See, I just ran through this gas station. Now I'm driving 200 miles an hour again, not quite right now, but I'll get up to 200 miles an hour and finish the race in first place. Within the last mile too, you can tell there's less than a mile left. And I was behind for quite a while because of the spike strip. He kind of slowed down a little bit, let me kind of have a chance still, then he kind of just screwed up there, even though I screwed up there too. So apparently closer than I remember, but he's completely like totaled his car right there. He's going completely backwards. I just managed to hit this car, it's called crash, but I win the race by a pretty good, like, sort of place anyways, but I beat him first try. Most Black members I can beat my first try, but not all of them. Some of them took multiple tries, many tries, but generally all the races aren't too hard. So if you're worried about that, you're worried about, oh, I heard Forza is pretty hard, that's a racing game. This is a racing game too. Don't worry about this. This is more of an arcade game. Like, you know, Call of Duty, it's pretty easy. It's more of an arcade shooter. Well, other shooters are kind of hard. Okay, this is one more hard part about some games, but this game specifically, you got to crash the race, you have to beat the race to win their car. But don't worry if you don't get it on your first try, because they will show up again when you're just driving around. But it is frustrating. It's kind of hard to crash them. But I do manage to do it on this race, I believe. Oh, never mind. I actually do it later after there was a glitch where I totaled his car, but didn't like give me credit. But I beat the game right here. This is kind of like the closing sort of video. If you want to skip this part, go ahead. There aren't really any spoilers because there is a disarray on this game. Unfortunately, not a bad thing, not a good thing. Honestly, I would have liked it to have a story, but no big deal. It's kind of a fun racing game, and I didn't mind it, honestly, but that's kind of halfway through this gameplay, actually. One of the shorter ones, only like 20 minutes, about 10 minutes through. But kind of on that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up, because basically now, through the end of this video, is basically this the ending sequence. The credits of the game. You can skip through that if you want. Then I basically end up crashing the guy's car, getting his car. Then I might do a race with the car. I'm not sure if I do that or not. I may or may not. But either way, after I beat the race, or before I beat the race, I do a cop chase with the car. just kind of see how this car handles and kind of do a kind of concluding cop chase to this game. If you want to see any other gameplay videos of this game, let me know, because I'll be happy to do it. Any car you like me to drive, anything like that. But if not, I'll be doing other games like Minecraft, like Need for Speed Carbon, like Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original one, like Borderlands 2, Black Ops 2, Sleeping Dogs, and many other games. They have tons of gameplay planned, so just stay tuned for that. But you can check out our blog too. I have a blog called theprime.co. I'll post stuff daily there. On Sundays I upload game, or that's something else, but on every day of the week I upload stuff, kind of tech news, kind of gaming news from time to time. Like today I actually upload something on the Xbox, next Xbox. We should have quad-core processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and should be a big upgrade from the current Xbox, since it will have Tech 2.0 and Blu-ray as well, so pretty impressive there. But I upload stuff on this YouTube channel too, 2 videos a week on Saturdays I upload tech updates, where I talk about the week in tech news, and on Sundays I upload gameplay videos just like this. I play video games very frequently, so just kind of stay tuned for that. If you have any suggestions on what games you'd like to see, let me know. But I'll actually conclude this game with this little glitch here. Don't know what that means exactly. Not many glitches in this game. But since I beat the game, it teleported me back to where I found this car. So I'm going to conclude this game with maybe me ending up crashing his car, or I guess I did crash it. But I jumped to it. I believe I do a race with it. And I'm certain I did a cop chase with it, so just kind of stay tuned for that. I'll wrap up this gameplay, wrap up this game, and in conclusion, honestly, I'd suggest getting this game. It might not be worth $40 to everyone, but if you have a friend, like any friend who has this game, or is thinking about getting this game, I believe it has a good online stuff. I haven't done much with that. But it is a very fun game. It'll last you a while. It's something that I believe I can come back to even after I beat it. This is the cops are fun, the races are fun. It's just a very fun game. Very arcadey. It's not very serious. You can just listen. It's fun. It's not really something you have to be too overly sort of focused or concerned about. But right now the game's like $50, I believe. Hopefully it'll get cheaper sometime soon. So just kind of stay tuned for that. I'm not 100% sure if I would have normally bought it at the retail price. I think it's more of like a game that would get like 25% off or 20% off or 33% off or something like that. But it was worth it, honestly. But I'm one that buys all the Need for Speed games at launch day, so that's kind of who I am. But just kind of stay tuned. This is the race. After that, I'll be doing a cop chase. So just continue watching if you like. That's about it. I'll see you next week with another game.
Just went by me. Street race in progress. Need assistance.
Copy that. City authorizes code 3. All units will be advised.
Dispatch, we need more back. We're going to limit these races.
10-4, additional units are moving to your location.
All units, watch out for debris on the road. All units, watch your speed. We want to catch these guys, not lose units. Over.
Dispatch, 1044 continuing to still racing.
Watch who's changing lanes. Dispatch, run over to chop shops in case this is a heist. We might have someone shopping for exotics. Over.
Copy that. NZC update issued to all local units. Backup joining pursuit.
Dispatch, roadblock is in position. Advise when this guy's coming up on us. Over.
10-4, update received.
Watch for those front cars breaking away. Watch these guys in the back. I want all these racers brought in. Where's he gone? We're heading off road. Over. Dispatch, the suspect's now back on the road. All code 3 suspects. Dispatch, racer just hit our roadblock. We have major damage down here. Watch for him breaking away. Oh, we're gonna lose them. These guys are good. Dispatch, that's 10. Any unit. Suspect is gone. We need search sweep over.
Any units in area report sightings of wanted suspect. Commence field with search pattern, over.
I lost him. Suspect got away from me.
10-4. Units commence standard search of pursuit perimeter, over.
Suspect is smashed. No, he's still driving. Dispatch, vehicle I was pursuing has outrun me. I've lost him.
All pursuing units, commence grid by grid. Advise on progress, over.
Roadblock successful. Dispatch, you continue to run. We need a roadblock. Dispatch, I lost that 1044. Advise you want me to join all police code 3. Over. And continuing pursuit of lead racer. Over. Be advised that code 3's outrun me.
Copy that. Suspect has evaded pursuit. Units to begin a grid-by-grid search.
Dispatch, code 3 suspect. Go.